Franklin personal foul number 13, score team second. Franklin personal foul number 14, Kyle Crisp, his second, team's third. Franklin personal foul number 13, Devin McFerrin. That's his fifth, fourth on the team. Substitution for the Grizzly Cubs, number 15, Preston Sanabria. Franklin personal foul number 15, Preston Sanabria, his first, team's sixth. Number 5, Chase Young is the shooter. Franklin personal foul number 11, Cooper Newman, his second. Shooting 2 for the Panthers, number 12, Jeremiah Davis. Substitutions for the Grizzly Cubs, number 0, Austin Bingham. Number 10, Jerry Tarman. Number 22, Riley Cushing. And number 44, Paul Okenko. And for Jennings County, number 2, Max Rodriguez. Final score, Jennings County 37, Franklin 28. Again, remind everyone to stay in your seats as we honor our senior cheerleaders and our senior basketball players. Welcome to Franklin Community High School in the 2024 Cheerleading and Basketball Senior Night. On behalf of our principal, Mr. Steve Ahaus, and the Director of Athletics, Bill Doty, we welcome you. Tonight, we will be recognizing our seniors who have participated in cheerleading and basketball. We appreciate the dedicated efforts from our participants over the past 4 years, and tonight, we would like to acknowledge their hard work, achievements, and commitment to Franklin Community High School. We would also like to thank the parents who have helped support, guide, and encourage them throughout their entire high school career. At this time, we will begin by recognizing our senior cheerleaders. Please welcome our first senior cheerleader, Madison Brigham. Madison is being escorted by her parents, Crystal Brigham and Sean Brigham. During high school, Madison has been involved in lacrosse for 4 years, 2 years as lacrosse captain, and cheerleading for 2 years. Madison started the Unified Cheer Team as part of her senior project. Madison was named All-American Cheer this past summer. Madison's future plans include attending cosmetology school. Madison Brigham. Our next cheerleader is Taylor Hammond. Taylor is being escorted by her mom, Susan Hammond, and her sister, Alexis Summers. During high school, Taylor participated in cheerleading for 2 years and is a member of our National Honor Society. Taylor is a UCA All-American cheerleader and has earned the UCA Leadership Award. Taylor plans to attend Butler University to study biology. Taylor Hammond. Our next senior cheerleader to be recognized is Soso Hartz. Soso is being escorted by her host parents, Derek and Macy Hartz. Soso is a foreign exchange student from Belgium. She has been dancing since the age of 7. She is participating in cheerleading and plans to play lacrosse in the spring. Soso also participated in track and field. Soso plans to attend college somewhere in Europe. Soso Hartz. Our next cheerleader is Kiara Summers. Kiara is being escorted by her parents, Clinton Summers and Muffy Summers. During high school, Kiara has participated in cheerleading for 4 years, 3 as a varsity cheerleader, and as a wrestling manager for 3 years, and as a freshman mentor. Kiara is a UCA All-American cheerleader, earning the Game Day Cheerleading Award. Kiara plans to attend the University of Indianapolis to major in nursing. Kiara Summers. Our final cheerleader to be recognized is Hallie Wirtz. Hallie is being escorted by her mom, Darcy Wirtz. During high school, Hallie has participated in cheerleading for 4 years, 3 years as a varsity cheerleader, unified track and field, and on student council for 2 years. In cheerleading, Hallie has earned the Fantastic Flyer Award and the Cheer Spirit Award. Hallie's future plans include attending college to study elementary and special education. Hallie Wirtz. Let's give our senior cheerleaders and their parents a nice round of applause. And thank you for your support of Grizzly Cub Athletics. And now we would like to acknowledge our seniors involved in the basketball program. We would like to start by recognizing our senior basketball manager, Cadence Wyatt. Cadence is being escorted by Elizabeth and Thomas Graham. During high school, Cadence has been a basketball and football manager. She has participated in FFA, Best Buddies, and is a member of the National Honor Society. Cadence has won the conference for horse and soil judging and has earned 3 academic letters. Cadence plans to attend Butler University to study pre-med and pre-law. Cadence Wyatt. Our first senior basketball player to be recognized is Micah Davis. Micah is being escorted by his parents, Darnell and Jessica Davis. Micah has participated in basketball at FCHS for the past 3 years. He has earned honors as a 2-time All-Conference and All-County First Team honoree. He's a preseason Super 15 team member, All-State team, IBCA Top 100, future All-Star team, and a member of the Junior All-Star team. Micah's future plans are to attend Eastern Kentucky University to study sports marketing. Micah Davis. Our next senior basketball player to be recognized is Grant Hunter. Grant is being escorted by his parents, Bart and Susan Sarah Hunter. Grant has been active during high school, participating in basketball all 4 years. He is also a member of the National Honor Society and the Spanish National Honor Society. Grant plans to attend Indiana University to study biology. Grant Hunter. Our next senior basketball player is Wyatt Nicholson. Wyatt is being escorted by his parents, Drew Nicholson, Kelly, and Jimmy Rush. During high school, Wyatt has been active in varsity basketball for 3 years. Wyatt is also a member of the Spanish National Honor Society. In basketball, Wyatt has earned All-Conference and All-County honorable mention and is a 10-year 4-H member. Wyatt plans to attend an undecided college in the future. Wyatt Nicholson. Our next senior basketball player to be recognized is Jaden Razor. Jaden is being escorted by his parents, Shannon Razor and Rodney Razor. While attending high school, Jaden participated in basketball. Jaden's future plans are undecided at this time. Jaden Razor. Our next senior basketball player is Ryder Street. Ryder is being escorted by his parents, Brandon Street and Jamie Weddle. During high school, Ryder has participated in basketball. Ryder's future plans are to attend an undecided college to study elementary education. Ryder Street. Our final senior basketball player to be recognized is Eli Zong. Eli is being escorted by his parents, David and Jenny Zong. Eli has participated in basketball for 4 years and golf during his freshman year. Eli has been a member of the Business Professionals of America for the last 2 years. Eli has made it to the state for BPA and will again be competing at the state BPA next month. During this school year, Eli has an internship with Robley Insurance. Eli plans on attending Earlham College to play basketball and study business. Eli Zong. Once again, please join us in recognizing all of our seniors. We applaud all your efforts throughout high school and wish you well into the future. Again, that's your coaches, seniors, and senior parents of the Mid-State Conference co-champion Franklin Grizzly Cubs. gentlemen, your Franklin Grizzly Cubs. School for tonight's final regular season matchup. Please be reminded that our campus is alcohol and tobacco-free. Firearms are strictly prohibited on all Franklin Community Schools campuses. For your convenience, restrooms are located through the southeast and southwest corridors. A concession stand is located through the lower southeast corner of the gymnasium. Please stop by for delicious Pepsi products, chili cheese dogs, popcorn, nachos, and candy. The schools in the Mid-State Conference are proud to exhibit the characteristics of outstanding sportsmanship. Our student athletes exemplify the commitment to the value of sport, academic and social achievement, diversity, drug-free participation, ethical conduct, and nonviolence in extracurricular competition. Together, we expect our fans to lead the way by participating with a feeling of pride and enthusiasm while avoiding ridicule and sarcasm. Built on a tradition of athletic and academic participation, the schools in the Mid-State Conference will remain committed to competing with respect and integrity today and into the future. All Franklin Community High School events are sponsored in part by Johnson Memorial Health, helping to build healthy athletes in Johnson County, by the Legends Golf Club, proud supporter of Franklin Athletics, and by Hubler Automotive Group. Be sure to visit drivehubler.com.
Because it's just a bad sound right there. So whenever you guys are starting, I'll listen and we'll dial her in. So if you're gonna do any pregame stuff, I'll just listen. Okay.
lot of trouble. The thing with Jennings County is it's going to be Carter Kent is going to be their leading scorer, most likely, always has been all season long. But there's always one guy that kind of steps up and plays really well. And it could be Cash Millspaw. It could be Cole Stigler. Could be Dorian Hacker. Even Logan Napier hit 6 threes against Floyd Central in a losing effort. But one of these guys will usually step up and be a good Robin to the Batman.
So here's it seems as though we are now live here on the live stream. So welcome, everyone. I'm Brian Powers along with Brady Laurie. We were just doing a little test run beforehand. So we're practicing and we're ready to go. Franklin here up 5-0 on a three-pointer by Grant Hunter and a basket by Micah Davis on a nice pass by Wyatt Nicholson. We've got a foul on the play there by Ryder Street. That's his team's first. And going to the line here is going to be Will Barnes.
And Will Barnes, interestingly, one of the things I read about him, this is his first year playing high school basketball, if what I read was accurate, which I really was surprised by because he's a nice player. He seems like a veteran to me, but misses the free throw there, though, unfortunately for him. But I think he's going to go run track in college.
Right.
Another thing I read about him.
Senior guard there makes the second free throw, and Jennings County is on the board. 5-1 here early for Franklin with the lead.
Great cut there. Nice pass from Eli.
Street drives, gets stripped away, and that was taken away by Hacker, and Jennings County comes up with it. And Franklin's still in the 2-3 zone that had given Jennings County a little trouble earlier, so you got to wonder if Coach Kent made some adjustments when he called that timeout.
Well, we'll see. That's Sigler.
Sigler misses. He's 0 for 2, but a nice board there.
And that's Austin Byford. He's a nice athlete. He's not going to do a whole lot of scoring, but he's going to do a lot of rebounding. Coming off a 10-rebound effort at Bloomington South, he even had 8 points against Scottsburg in their last game. So he's kind of a nice utility player. He's their workhorse.
Yeah, averages 7 points a game. Misses the first free throw. And that foul was on Zom. That's his first, the team's second. 5:12 remaining here in the opening quarter. Franklin leads 5-1 over Jennings County. The second free throw is good for Byford. So 5-2 here. Franklin early. Jennings County with 2 points off of 2 made free throws. And Eli Zom at the top of the key directing traffic. He's going to drive it to his left, gives it to Grant Hunter, who hands it off to Micah Davis. Davis looking to drive against Sigler, and he brings him back out to the three-point line. Nice defense there by Sigler, keeping Mike out of the lane. Here's Nicholson for 3, and that's off, and that's another rebound for Byford, so that's his second already. And Jennings County is Byford in the middle of it, running a little weave up at the top. Kent cross-court pass in the corner for 3, and that 3 is good for Hacker.
Yep, and Dorian Hacker, he can shoot the 3. He had 20 points against Brownstown to go along with Kent's 30 that night. So he's one of those guys that can step up as well.
Yeah, they've got Kent, who averages 25 points a game, but then they have multiple guys right in the 7 to 10 range in points.
That's correct, yep.
Here's Nicholson at the top, and it's good to see him back. When we last were here, we thought his season was going to be done.
Oh, that's right. That was the night he rolled his ankle against Whiteland, missed a couple games, which amazingly Franklin really stepped up after he went down. The game over at New Pal was one of the most flawless basketball games I think I've ever seen. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think Franklin had a single turnover at New Pal, which is impressive.
Yeah, that next night they went into New Pal and took care of business. And the free throw is good for Nicholson. So interesting, he is 10 for 10 for free throws on the year, which I saw, and it's like he's shooting 100%, but he's only taken 10 free throws. That's the sign of a guy who likes that three-point line right there.
Sure,
that's the Brady Laurie line right there.
He didn't get to the free throw line much.
He shot 100 three-pointers this year, but only 10 free throws.
That's fascinating.
Scrum there, and I think they're going to get Eli Zom on that one.
Well,
I could see that from right up here.
Yeah.
He kind of grabbed him and pulled him.
Yeah, good hustle on their part, though. Just everybody trying to get a hold of that loose ball. That's a good sign.
So here comes Colt Nelson into the game. Checking in for Zom with 2 quick early fouls. Sigler's going to be taking it in on this sideline, and he gets it back at the top of the key. It looks like Franklin switched to a man-to-man now.
Yeah, and it looks like they're going to try to switch most of the screening action.
Millspaw for 3. Good look, no good. And a battle inside for the rebound, and the ball's going to belong to Jennings County.
Well, you got to love Grant Hunter being a 6-footer going up against the 6'4" Austin Byford.
He had him blocked out. It looked like there may have been some contact there, but the refs let it go and play on. Jennings County has it. And is Franklin back in the zone?
It looks
like
it. Yep, it sure does.
Kent with the long 3, and that's going off the back of the rim. Here's Nicholson coming, pushing it up to Nelson. Just checked in. He's down low, gives it across the block to Street for the basket. Good pass.
Great pass by Colt
Nelson.
He's got such a good floor vision for a guy his size. It's really nice to see. A great little pass. Get Ryder going a little bit. That's a good sign for the Cubs.
Franklin leads 10-5. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Sigler with it at the top. He passes it to Millspaw. Millspaw being guarded by Colt Nelson, so Colt's got a little bit of a size advantage. They switch up here, and Colt's got Hacker, which is a little bit more of his size.
Well, they're back in that man-to-man, but it does look like they're
doing a lot of switching.
They're going to try to switch everything, and these guys are all pretty interchangeable. You've got guys who can guard smaller players and smaller players who can guard bigger players. And there goes Sigler.
3-point basket for Sigler. That's his first of the night. He's got 3 points, and it's a 10-8 ball game for Franklin. Here's Micah Davis trying to back down Sigler. He can't get into the lane, and he throws up a hook, but he misses. Street with the rebound. Off to Nicholson for 3, in and out, and the rebound comes out to Hacker.
Yeah, that was a good look. But we got to hope Sigler doesn't get going. He was hit 5 out of 5 against Columbus East. He's a nice shooter when he gets going.
Kent with the fadeaway, no good. And he's still scoreless on the night. Micah Davis brings it down, and that's going to be a charge.
Yeah, that was a heady play on Sigler's part.
He was a little bit out of control on that one. Sigler, I think, feeling that.
Yeah, it's gutsy to set your feet and just take a charge like that.
Yeah, Micah had it. It looked like it was about a 1-on-3. Micah was going to go to the basket, and, most of the time that's what you want him to do. He's going to get that. He's going to score and probably draw a foul. But I think Sigler just decided he was going to take a charge. And
well, he's a smart player, smart, disciplined player. His mom's a basketball coach. She played at Indiana University, so comes from a basketball family. Coaches' kids seem to do smart things sometimes.
So here's Jennings County trying to tie it up or take the lead. Down low. Here's Kent with it up top to Sigler. That's long. Micah Davis comes down with the rebound, and here comes Micah bringing it up court. Davis goes up with the left hand. No good. Sigler with the rebound. Here comes Jennings County again. Kind of up and down. First quarter like we thought it would be. Carter Kent at the top, and he's guarded by Grant Hunter. He's going to forces him to the left. He spins, and here comes Nicholson bringing it over. Blocks it out of bounds, and Jennings County is going to retain possession.
Grant does a nice job of guarding a guy with the basketball. So I think the hardest thing defensively to do in the game is to guard a man that has the basketball because you don't know where he's going to go, but Grant does a nice job of beating him to the spot.
Well, under 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. In the corner, here's a 3-point basket, and that's going to be short. The 3-point shot was taken by Juraskovich, and Micah Davis with the ball. Davis with it, Sigler guarding him. Sigler's he's a stocky guy. It looks like he may lack in height guarding Micah, he is going to make up for in kind of strength. Last time Micah tried to back him down a little bit, and that was not working.
Yeah, and you want to say, he's 5'9". It's like you got a mouse in the house when you got somebody like Micah who can jump and is so long and athletic. You'd think he'd be able to shoot right over him, but that last possession he tried and ended up missing the shot.
So here's Micah Davis at the top of the key. Sigler applying a little pressure, not enough to get the count going. Gets it to Nicholson, and they're going to start running their set here, trying to get the last shot. Micah Davis at the top with the pump fake over his head to Colt Nelson for the dunk. Great play there, and that is going to do it for the first quarter. Colt Nelson finishes it strong with the dunk. on the assist from Micah Davis. After one, the score is Franklin 12, Jennings County 8.
That's a nice way to end the quarter. You get the junior high kids over there talking about he's too small to guard Colt, and they're patting their heads like they're all excited. So good to see the crowd get into it. Jennings County crowd is vocal, but they're mostly just complaining about calls that they think should have been called that aren't. So we'll see if the Franklin crowd stays involved like they are.
Student Council. All stuffed animals thrown on.
So we've got just kind of resetting here. We've got Jennings County coming in 11-12 on the season, 2-4 in the Hoosier Hills Conference. They won Tuesday night, 62-49 at Scottsburg.
And that's a good win. Scottsburg was 17-4. So that's a team that obviously has won a handful of games, and Jennings County had come off of several losses in a row. They lost to Jeffersonville, Floyd Central, Bloomington South. But for them to get that win against Scottsburg, that's a really nice win for them. So I know they're talking to Coach Kent this week. I think he's hoping that this is a springboard into what will be a successful sectional for them. We'll see.
Yeah, so they'll play in the Seymour sectional, and they'll play the winner of Jeffersonville and Seymour on Friday night. So that's who they'll play. Franklin will play the winner of Whiteland and Shelbyville, and they'll play next Friday in the East Central sectional, which is, just very centrally located for Franklin and pretty convenient drive.
Yeah, you drive an hour and a half to play a team that's 4 miles away from your school. But that's okay, and it may very well be Whiteland again, so that's always turned into a good game.
So here's Grant Hunter as we start the second quarter. Ryder Street with the three, no good, and Hunter in there on the rebound. Kicks it back out to Street. Very rare you've got your point guard getting the rebound, passing it out to your center who's standing out the three-point line. Micah Davis with the long three, and the shot is long as well. Will Barnes with the rebound, and Carter Kent, who had no points in the first quarter, brings it up looking to get himself involved.
And I wouldn't expect him to stay scoreless. He scores in bunches, so he could have a big second quarter here. For Franklin's sake, we hope they keep a hand up on him and he keeps missing shots.
Jennings County with it, 12-8 early in the second quarter. Here's Kent, drives baseline, and there he goes.
Yes,
He's got
sir.
a nice little 15-foot jump shot that he gets. He kind of pulls the ball back to the side. He looks a little, dare I say, Larry Birdish when he shoots. I mean, just the form is
that's
the
a
same.
comparison. But no, and Carter's got a lot of shots. He can shoot the step back. Obviously, he can shoot the volleyball line three like Grant just tried. He's got a lot of weapons. There's a lot of ways he can score, and he likes to get to the free throw line. So, like I say, he's just he's going to be a difficult guy to keep out of the scoring column in a big way.
And they're really running guys at him whenever he catches it. So at the top there, back in their zone. And they're finally looking in the middle. Here's Kent. He passes it out to Sigler. That's a three that goes down.
Yep, he earned that one. That's
Cole Sigler with his second
second
three-pointer of the night. He's got 6 points, and Jennings County takes the lead 13-12 with 6 minutes left in the first half. Micah Davis with it, drives, cut off there by Sigler and Hacker. Three-point basket for Nicholson, no good. And the rebound comes out to Hacker. Here comes Kent bringing it up. You got Micah Davis on him. Looks like they're three-pointer from the volleyball line. And Hacker, Carter Kent knocks it down.
I don't know who predicted that he can score in bunches, but it might have been me. But, yeah, if he gets it going, he's dangerous.
5 quick ones, and the Jennings County is taking a 4-point lead. We've got a foul on the play here. Sigler with the foul. That's his first and the team's first. Here comes Jaden Razor checking in. He replaces Ryder Street, so another senior for Franklin. There's Nicholson, catches the ball in the corner, and that's going to be short. Franklin just can't get the three-pointers to fall, really, other than that first one. And Sigler for three. That one was off from the start, it looked like.
Yeah.
Here's Hacker, though, with a nice little short shot off the rebound from Barnes. And Dorian Hacker gives Jennings County an 18-12 lead.
Well, Franklin needs to just match that effort. Jennings County came out this quarter and decided they were going to play harder, and they sure have.
5:17 remaining here in the first half. And Jennings County has an 18-12 lead. Franklin has not scored in this half. They've been outscored, or a quarter. They've been outscored 10-0. And Jennings County has come out. They've kind of moved the ball around well. And Carter Kent has gotten going.
Yep, he's hit a couple tough shots. That's what they do, though. That's how they stay in and win games. So
it'll be interesting to see. I mean, this is a game. If you look at it, Franklin's had such a solid year. They had a chance to win the conference championship outright, and they fell to Plainfield. An emotional game that they came back, couldn't quite get over the hump.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that game to me was just a clunker. It really was. I mean, it was rescheduled from a Friday to a Tuesday night, which is never ideal. You've already won the conference championship, at least co-champions. It was just, and the sectional draw was already out. It felt like, maybe their minds were somewhere else. Just was not their best effort. They played hard, but just not good enough. And going to somebody else's place on a Tuesday night, it's hard to get out of there with a win unless you're absolutely motivated.
So let's see how they can respond here from a 10-0 spurt to start the second quarter from Jennings County. Grant Hunter with it at the top of the key, hands off to Nicholson. Nicholson with it, screen by Razor, who rolls. Quick double team by Jennings County, but they recover. Nelson with it driving. And he kicks it out to Razor, who said he's playing a little bit hurt, so we'll see how that affects him and his movement. Good defense from Jennings County here, as that was Byford, and Nicholson steps out of bounds. So it's going to be Jennings County basketball.
Yeah, not really what you're looking for out of that timeout, but let's see if they can get a stop here and maybe get something going back on the offensive end.
So they've got Jaden Razor on Carter Kent to see if he can kind of slow him down as Franklin's back in their man-to-man defense. Razor sticking with him. He's right in his grill, but nice little left-handed floater by Carter Kent.
Well, he
that
didn't.
Was crafty.
He didn't stay cold long, did he?
He did not. He did not. He's got 7 points now, and those have all come here in the last 2 minutes of game action. And they are up by 8. Micah Davis with the drive, and they're going to call a foul on that one. Who are they going to call a foul on there? Because Sigler has one. He's had the main.
Jennings County personal foul number 11, Darian Hacker.
All right, so that's going to be on Hacker, his first.
Substitution for Franklin, number 1,
Ryder Street's coming in. He replaces Colt Nelson. Jaden Razor gets the inbound from Nicholson. He hands off to Micah Davis. Davis gets around this time. He gets around Sigler, and he's able to put it in. So Micah Davis, 4 points, and Franklin stops it a little bit, and they cut the lead to 6, 20-14.
Kind of a slow start from Micah, but I don't worry about that. He had 6 points in the first half against Plainfield and just went ahead and scored 30 in the second half. So he ended the game with 36.
And we got Ryder Street on Carter Kent, so I don't know if there was a switch on that one. There's going to be a charge called on that one.
That's a heady play by Grant.
Austin Byford with the foul, and that's a charge. You got a situation like that where Byford, I guess if you're the coach, you'd like to see Kent take the ball to the basket or pull up. I mean, you've got Street guarding him. You've got to take advantage of that matchup, and you don't want to have your center taking the ball in from the three-point line.
Right, but like I mentioned about Byford, he's not one that's going to shoot it. He had a good look. If he was a three-point shooter, he would have let it go, and he's just not. So
there's a good look right there. Grant Hunter for 3. That was a long 3, too. That's his second one of the night, and Franklin cuts it to 3, 20-17.
Yeah, speaking of three-point shooters, Grant Hunter is one.
Here's Barnes with it. He hands it off to Kent. Micah Davis guarding Kent now. He gets around him, a quick screen. He's long on that 3, but Barnes is able to save it. And Colt Nelson's coming back in. Franklin has the ball, chance to tie it with a 3 or cut the lead to 1.
Well, the thing with Micah, it looked like he was guarding Kent man-to-man in that possession. I don't love that because I don't want to see Micah in a position where he gets into foul trouble or anything like that, and Kent will be that kind of guy. He will put it on the floor and make the referees make a call. And so I'd rather see Micah not guarding him off on the defensive end when they're in man-to-man.
Wyatt Nicholson for a long 3, and he buries it.
Okay, that was a long time coming, but
So they've started to pick it up here. They hit the first one and then missed a chunk of them in the middle, and they've hit their last two, and Franklin ties the game at 20. So let's see what the Grizzly Cubs can do here on defense, and that's going to be
should be a
Franklin's
turnover.
ball. That was.
I'm not sure that's the right call. It looked like he's calling over and back. Once Grant touched that thing, it's a live ball and anybody can jump on it. So.
Yeah, that was a gutsy play by Grant on that one. I mean, you just kind of let that go, let someone else touch it. He wanted the ball, but he may have underestimated the speed on that one.
Speed and strength of Byford. Byford's a great athlete. He's actually going to play baseball in college.
Where's he playing?
I think one broadcast I heard was IU Columbus, and one was Indiana Tech. But at senior night for them last week, the PA announcer said Indiana Tech, so that's what I'm going with.
All right, we'll go with that. Meanwhile, Micah Davis hits a three-point basket, and Franklin's hit their last three, and they have a 23-20 lead, so a little 9-0 spurt on Franklin's part after a 10-0 run to start it.
Good defense there by Micah.
County.
Straight up here, Micah.
Kent calls for the screen. He gives it to Sigler. That one's going to be short again. You could see that one coming off his hands. And Jennings County turns it over.
This crowd is great tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, I think everybody drove separate, judging by the parking lot, because I got some good cardio in getting from my car to the door tonight. But it is good to see a big crowd tonight, and they're obviously very active and vocal.
We've got a lot of the elementary, middle school kids right there front and center, along with the high school kids, making a lot of noise there. And here's Colt Nelson. He's got Grant Hunter in the middle.
Get in there, GB.
Good basket by Hunter. Good pass by Nelson.
Attaboy.
So Franklin with a 25-20 lead, and 13-0 run, to take this lead. Franklin's been swarming a little bit more. You can tell they're just playing a little bit harder.
I like it.
So here's Millspaw. He passes it in the corner to Sigler for three. And he got
you give him enough looks, he's going to knock him down.
This is air ball's the last one. Hits the next one. This is Brady. Brady's sitting here with stars in his eyes.
It's my kind of game.
He loves it.
But no, they are good shooters, and they love to let it go. I mean, it's fun to watch, especially when they're hot. But luckily for Franklin, they've missed a few, and it took Carter a little while to get hot, and hopefully Sigler doesn't keep knocking those down.
So Franklin's got the ball, 24 seconds left. Nelson's going to need to get rid of it. Micah Davis with it, and it looks Franklin's going to try and hold it for the last shot.
Does it feel like this game has flown by?
It has flown by. This has been a fast first half. Minimal fouls called, just up and down. It's been a fun half of basketball. Here's Franklin, and Hunter throws it down. It's blocked away by Byford. Franklin's going to have the ball in front of the Jennings County bench. Not an ideal place to take it out of bounds.
No,
5.2 seconds.
And I saw you see Grant there patting his chest. He knew that was his fault. That's when you like to throw a little bounce pass in there to Colt when he's got his man pinned like that. Just that chest pass, easier to reach around and knock down.
Micah Davis for three at the horn, and he got it. Micah Davis. So after a slow start for the Franklin Grizzly Cubs on the floor, they hit their last 4 3-pointers in the half on a 15-0 run, or 15-3 run, to take a 28-23 halftime lead over Jennings County. So Brady, what do we think about that first half? That was, like you said, a fun first half.
It really was. It's just fun basketball. You got teams going up and down, and you got teams shooting threes, and guys are playing hard, rebounding, blocking out, running a little bit. It was a good half of basketball, and a good way for Franklin to end that second quarter, finally knocking down some threes. But you got a little taste of what Carter Kent can do, and if Sigler's knocking down threes, you just got to keep a hand up on those guys when they're out there shooting it.
Yeah, Sigler led the way for Jennings County with 9. Kent had 7, but those were all in the second quarter. Sigler's were all on 3-point baskets. And then for Franklin, you had Micah Davis leading the way with 10 points. Grant Hunter had 8 points, and then Wyatt Nicholson had 6 points, and Ryder Street had 2, and Colt Nelson had the emphatic dunk to end the first quarter.
Brian, did you see number 4 Logan Napier in at all in that half?
No, I did not see him in.
Now he's something I just can't quite understand. He didn't play several games thus far in the season. Then he plays against Floyd Central and goes bananas. He had at least 3 threes and 3 in the first half, 3 in the second half. He had 18 points in that game, and he looked like the best player on the floor in that losing effort. But I haven't seen him on the floor tonight. I know he's battled some knee injuries over the last year or so. But if he's not playing, that's just one less weapon for Jennings County.
Yeah, he's averaging 7.2 points a game, but he's only played 5 games. And I know when you and I were talking earlier, you said he had struggled through a couple knee injuries, two ACLs, which is always tough to have when you're just a junior in high school and you've already had 2 ACL injuries. That's tough to have and tough to get through. So we'll see if we see him in the second half. But for the most part, I mean, Jennings County rides about maybe 7 deep, and that's kind of about it.
Yeah, if that. And they've got another player, Parker Elmore, who's out. He also had a knee injury, but he's a big-time football player and apparently had a visit at Wisconsin recently. So if he's visiting Wisconsin, he must be quite the football player. They said, the article I read said he could be back at the beginning of March if they want to try to bring him back and play him. And I think Coach Kent was a little apprehensive about that because he sure wouldn't want to have anything keep Parker Elmore from advancing as a football player if that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to look out for someone else for their future if they're going to be a football player and they're just playing basketball just to kind of have fun or just to do it with their friends, then that's something you're going to want to look out for.
Yeah, and what Coach Kent said about him is he's a high-energy guy, so he probably fits right in with the rest of these guys for Jennings County. They all go hard all the time.
Yeah. All right, so 28-23 at halftime. We're going to take a couple-minute break here. Leave you with the Franklin cheerleaders and then the other cheerleaders as well from the elementary school. And we'll leave you with that halftime entertainment. Usher, eat your heart out.
Look at all those cheerleaders cheerleading.
right, everybody. Welcome back to Franklin Community High School. Brian Powers here with Brady Laurie. We've got about 3.5 minutes remaining until halftime. Before we get started with the second half, what we've got to look forward to, we've got some people who are watching. We want to give some shout outs. So if you're listening and you're watching, and send us a text. Brady, we've got Robin Betts to send a shout out.
Yeah, that's nice of her.
My parents are watching.
Well, all right.
They're probably watching on their Chromebook, or their computer, their laptop, or maybe their phone. I don't know if they could figure out how to get it up there, how to get that working. I think my uncle.
A special hello to your folks and your uncle for sure. And Robin, thanks for texting us. And if you've got our cell numbers, text us. Let us know you're watching.
Yeah, we'll give you a shout out.
Yeah.
I don't know if my wife or daughter is watching. They watch the football game, but I mean, there's Bluey. Bluey is probably on.
Oh, if Bluey's on,
Bluey's on.
I'd be watching Bluey too. That's some really funny television.
It is. It's
yeah,
deep,
you can text us. Let us know you're watching. We'd like to hear from you. And you could also tweet. Mine's at Brady Laurie. So let us know if you're watching or listening, or if you have some criticism. I'd love.
Actually, if you have that, don't keep it to yourself. We don't want to hear that.
Yeah,
we don't need to hear that. So, with second half, we had Franklin. It was a game, a couple runs there. So. It was a nice little run for Jennings County. They went on a 12-0 run, and then Franklin kind of closed it with a 15-3 run to take the 5-point lead. What are we expecting here in the second half?
Well, I think you're going to see more runs. It really is kind of a game of runs. You got to see a brief snippet of what Carter Kent can do. They're hitting 3 or 4 shots in a row. If Franklin just takes care of the basketball, and if they rebound like they should, if you get Sigler and Millspa, Hacker, and these guys missing those threes, you can't let them get those second shots. You get that rebound and start pushing it, get into a flow, and get your own run going. We'll see a little more Micah Davis in the open court. I got a feeling so. He finished the quarter really hot, so I fully expect him to keep that up. And this really is a game that Franklin should probably stretch this lead. I like Jennings County, but I just think down to a man, Franklin's just a little bit better.
Yeah. All right. So before we get into the second half here, let's talk a little bit about the sectionals. I mean, you've got Franklin, and they're looking at a potential first round matchup against either Whiteland or Shelbyville. But here's the thing: we're just going to talk about the Whiteland game for now, just the potential for that, because.
Earlier this season we saw 2 amazing basketball games between Whiteland and Franklin. They're so equally matched, and they both play each other so hard. It has really become one of the more intense rivalries in this county. I mean, we always dislike Center Grove and we want to beat them and everything, but whatever reason, this Whiteland rivalry has really taken off, and they just match up real well with us. It's just kind of one of those things, and the game could go either way. I mean, obviously there was an overtime game here. There was an overtime game, what was that, January 9th, I think was the date. Yeah, January 9th. Played them into overtime and lost there at Whiteland, but Mike was able to hit that shot in overtime to get us a 3-point victory here. So it's always going to be a game that could go either way when Franklin and Whiteland take the floor.
Yeah, so, Franklin's this has been a good second quarter, I'd say, for them as far as what they are, what they want to do, get back into a routine, get back into a rhythm, and kind of see how things are going, get them ready for the sectionals. Because the last thing you want is to lose Plainfield Tuesday night, lose tonight to Jennings County, and then have to go into sectionals, potentially face your rival who always plays you tough, or Shelbyville. If they beat Whiteland, then they're a good team.
Yeah,
they could beat you. So
they are a good team. I just to have to be honest here. If Shelbyville beat Whiteland, that wouldn't be the worst thing for Franklin, because Whiteland is a scary, scary team, and Franklin's had so few losses this year. To think, I mean, one of them was to Whiteland. So who did we lose to? Noblesville, Whiteland. Beat Center Grove, beat Warren Central. Southport was the other clunker. Goodness.
Yeah.
They had no business losing that game, but, just stuff happens sometimes. And when you're Franklin, you're going to get everybody's best effort, and I think that's what happened in that Southport game. They really came to play, and my my main critique of the way Franklin has played, they let teams stick around. They let teams hit three-pointers and they keep them in the game. And when you get people down, you want to bury them. And Franklin's got a habit of letting guys score and hang around and stay in the game. So we'll see if they can turn it up a notch here against these Panthers.
So here we go. We start the second half. Franklin's in what kind of defense? Are we in a 1-2-2 or a 3 down into a 3-2?
It's funny. Bart Hunter came up here at halftime and we were talking about it. It's almost like an amoeba type of defense. Like nobody really has any set responsibilities, but it appears that the focus is to stay on these shooters. So it's interesting. It looks like a 2-3. Maybe it's a 3-2.
Well, but Nicholson comes up. He's kind of playing in the middle, and then Micah looks like he's more at the point.
Yeah, so maybe it's a kind of a modified 3-2.
Yeah.
It's almost like a matchup type zone.
So here we go. Sigler with it, drives, kicks it out in the corner
Hacker.
to Hacker for 3, and that's long rebound to Colt Nelson. And here comes Micah Davis bringing it up the court for Franklin. Davis steps into a 3, and that rattles out. And Kent is going to bring it up.
He's in his range, guys.
He takes it, and that goes off the backboard.
I mean, the minute he stepped off the bus, he was in his range. So they've really got to remember he will shoot from beyond that volleyball line.
Got him in the corner there, and Sigler couldn't get it to him. Nice drive, and he missed.
That's a track star.
That was Barnes who misses on that one. Davis passes it down to Street, who misses it or gets blocked away, and Nelson misses the putback after a couple other putbacks, so we'll just go with that. Jennings County gets the rebound. A couple point-blank shots there for Franklin. You'd like to see him hit. Sigler with the long 3, no good. The rebound to Barnes, kicks it out to Kent. He drives it down the lane. Nice pass down low to Hacker, who lays it in for 2.
Another nice pass by Kent. Now we're giving up second shots again, and that's what I had mentioned at halftime. You got to get that ball off the rim once they miss that first three-pointer, or else they're going to do stuff like that. All right, Grant. Great shot by Grant.
Hunter with the basket and the foul, going for a three-point play the old-fashioned way. That foul, I think, is going to be on Barnes. Yeah, that's going to be his. That's going to be his first foul.
Grant's having a nice night. Shot it well in the first half. I think he hit 2 threes, did he not?
Yeah, he's got two threes, 2 twos. So he's got 10 points, going for 11 right here. Jay Razor checks back in for Ryder Street. So maybe going with a smaller lineup, see if they can switch up a different defense, throw it out there.
Good to see him hit that free throw. And Grant's one of those guys who will fill up that stat sheet. We talked about it when we did the Whiteland game. He's going to get steals, assists, and score. He's also a good little rebounder for his size, too. So that's Millspaw.
Cash Millspaw hits the 3 in the corner. They break that press pretty quickly.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. He's kind of interchangeable with Jurasevich and Hacker. These guys they get a lot of minutes, not a lot of points, but they're all capable shooters.
Here's Kent with the rebound off the miss from Razor, and they're going to push it up again. Sigler with the pump fake. He's driving it. He kicks it back out. There's Hacker, drives, and he throws it up. There was a lot of movement on that one. I think he may have stumbled with the ball a little bit, but I don't think there was an official in position on that one. I think they were. Yeah,
it's tough to make a call if you're not right on top of it, especially with these guys in these Euro steps and all of this other stuff. I don't even know what a travel is anymore.
There's Nicholson for 3,
and
he's going to get that one.
Yep, good shooter.
Wyatt Nicholson hits a 3, and that's the 6th three-pointer of the game for Franklin, and they put the lead up to 34-30. So here's Kent with the ball, dribbles it across the timeline, passes it to Millspaw. Millspaw down to Hacker, going to work against Colt Nelson, and that's going to be long. Micah Davis with the rebound, and he's going to bring it up in the corner. Same spot for Nicholson. Can he hit a second one? He gets it off the side of the backboard a little bit. Here comes Jennings County.
Tough spot to try that bank shot.
That shot was going up there. That was a quick shot there for Kent.
All right.
And we're going to get a foul. And I think that's going to be on Byford.
Another rebound for Grant.
That's going to be his second.
Byford just can't help but foul Grant. He had that charge earlier and just reaching in and trying to steal it from him there.
Returning to the Grizzly Cub lineup, number 1.
All right, so 4:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Wyatt Nicholson's going to bring it up. Franklin leads 34-30. It's interesting. You've got here's Micah on the alley-oop, but he can't handle it. It was a little high, passes it into Nelson. Didn't think he had his dribble. And Grant Hunter with it at the top of the key. Franklin's going to reset it. So Micah Davis with it. He's being guarded by Hacker. He goes around him, goes up 4-2. Micah Davis.
We use the term guarding loosely right there. He was trying to guard Micah.
There's Kent with the ball. He switched to Street, back to Micah Davis, and here's Sigler with it. Sigler drives, kicks it over to Hacker, in the corner to Millspaw. And here's Kent again. Carter Kent double teams Grant Hunter.
Nice look.
With the steal over to Micah Davis, and
Yeah, that's probably the right call. Could have been a no call, but he did slide over into Micah, just making it difficult for him. He wasn't in a position to take a charge because Micah had successfully shifted his weight to the right, and so Sigler leaned into him a little bit. Probably the right call.
Yeah, he was trying to get another one because he got the charge earlier in the game, and Micah was able to kind of adjust on that one. Here's Hunter fading into the corner. That's no good, and the rebound comes down to Millspaw, and Jennings County's on the attack again. Sigler throws it up off the glass.
That's a tough shot there.
First two-pointer of the night. He's got 11 points, and that is a tough shot. Throwing it up against Colt Nelson. Jennings County is not going away like you talked about.
Yep. There we go.
Davis with the runner.
It's a good look. I like that kind of mid-range jumper for him too.
Ooh, Colt Nelson called for the foul, blocks it for Hacker. A lot of ball looked like from up here, but that gentleman was on the court right underneath the goal.
He's a lot closer than we are.
He probably had a lot better view of that.
You know, and it's like I was talking earlier, sometimes you just take it at somebody and you force the referee to blow his whistle and make a call. You know, that potentially could have been a no call, but there's enough contact there that referee has to make a decision.
Zom checks back in for Colt Nelson. Hacker hits the first free throw. Dorian Hacker, 8.9 points a game, 4 rebounds. He hits the second free throw.
Well, I like to see Eli Zom. The guy really stepped up. When Wyatt went down with that injury, to get a win at Warren Central on another game that was moved to Saturday afternoon because of the girls' sectional game. Just a tough place to go play and a tough team. They were really, really tough, strong boys. And Franklin played one of the nicest games. They played together real well. Micah was doing Micah stuff. My daughter says I say that too much, so I'm going to try to limit that. But it was Micah doing Micah stuff. He had 40 in that game, so he's special.
Yeah, he's been playing really well, obviously, this whole year, going to Eastern Kentucky on a basketball scholarship to play down there. And just look forward to seeing what he can do throughout the rest of the year. Franklin here. Just as they try to close out the season with a little momentum. And what do we know about momentum?
Hey, momentum is real. No truer statement.
So once again, 38-34, 2.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter at Franklin Community High School. I would like to apologize to my parents. I made fun of their tech abilities earlier, and my dad was not happy. So once again, if you are out there and you're listening, shoot us a text.
Yep.
Say hi.
Text us
We want to see who all's listening, supporting.
Send us a tweet. Again, it's at Brady Lory, so just BradyLory. I'd like to hear from you if you're out there.
Honestly, we're just egomaniacs, and we just want to see what people think.
Well, we're having fun. I just hope other people are when they listen to us.
So here's Micah Davis. He's a fadeaway. He's heating up a little bit, but Sigler was right there. We kind of talked. Nice hustle by Eli Zom down the street in the corner to Nicholson. Pump fake. And
nice.
Hacker didn't go for it. There's Nicholson with the drive, though.
And you notice Austin Byford was probably in position to take a charge if he wanted to right there, but I think with picking up those fouls, he keeps fouling Grant, so I don't think he wanted to pick up that third or fourth foul by trying to take a charge.
Carter Kent barking out instructions to his team where he wants him to be. He's played well tonight, but he just has not been able to get going. And Franklin's really hounded him a lot. They've got a lot of different looks they're throwing at him, a lot of different defenses and different people. Right now it looks like they're in a man-to-man.
Well, I think it's interesting that our crowd is chanting air ball every time he gets it. I'd like to tell them he probably doesn't care that they're chanting air ball. He's still going to shoot it. So
Franklin looks like they're actually in a zone. Sigler is long. Rebound Byford. He gets it up and in.
A big, strong kid.
Nice board. He's got 3 points. And that was Austin Byford, and it's a 40-36 game for Franklin. Sigler got hot early, and he hit 3 early quick ones, and he's missed several of them since then. And Ryder Street misses that one, and that's going to be a foul on Hacker. That is going to be his second with Eli Zom with the rebound.
I'd really like to see Ryder see a couple shots go in before we get into the sectional and regional. Hopefully, he's one of those guys that when he has his confidence and he gets set, he can really shoot them, and he can be streaky. I'd just like to see him get on a hot streak going into the tournament. Okay.
Zom with the ball. Passes it to Nicholson. Had Hunter curling, but didn't want to take that chance. Gives it up top to Micah Davis. Micah with it. Passes, is guarded by Sigler. They run through a screen. Eli Zom rolls. No good, but the block by Byford goes right back to Davis, who picks it up and puts it in. Micah Davis makes it a 6-point lead. Under 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. We've got Carter Kent at the top, being guarded by Micah Davis, trying to get around Ryder Street. He's kind of stuck in the corner. Nice pass over to Hacker, who's going to shoot a 3 off the backboard, and Grant Hunter gets the rebound, and Franklin can get the last shot if they want it.
Yeah,
Looks like they're going to hold it back.
Yeah, that'd probably be the wise move here. No reason for us to score and then to let Jennings kind of get a 3 at the buzzer or something like that. Might as well just hold it for 1.
Here's Micah Davis with it, and guarded by Cole Sigler. Been with him all night. Davis with the long 3, and he got it. Micah Davis with his third 3 of the night, heating up here, and gives Franklin a 45-36 lead after 3. Largest lead of the night for the Grizzly Cubs.
That number 4 knows how to close out a quarter, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been playing this quarter. He's hit a couple 3-pointers, got several baskets. He really kind of helped stretch that lead out. So he's got 3 threes, and he's got 19 points on the night for Micah Davis.
And it's a quiet 19, if we could say that. I mean, he scores in the offense. I mean, he does hit great shots like that, but it's just it's almost like we're desensitized. We're so used to seeing him score and hit tough shots like that it's a quiet 19 for him.
Yeah. They've held Carter Kent to 7 points.
He's amazing.
He's averaging 25 points a night, and he's also, give him a shout out. He's averaging 25, 5.2 rebounds and 6 assists a night.
Yeah,
so
and
he kind of does it all.
And he's scoring against good teams. He had 44 against Columbus East, 32 against New Albany, 30 at Center Grove, and they played Center Grove really tough. 30 against Brownstown Central and that coach's kid, Dave Benner's son, Jack Benner, who's a real nice player going to Purdue.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And they played them tough too. They beat them at Jennings County. They were down 19 halfway through the third quarter. So this Jennings County team will not quit, and they are fully capable of making up a margin in a short amount of time because of the way they shoot it.
Boy, that is a tough loss. Down 19 halfway through the third quarter, and you lose that one.
Well, yeah, Brownstown Central was not happy. Now, I don't think Jack Benner was fully healthy either.
So Nicholson with the 3 off the side of the backboard, but Eli Zom is able to get it up, put it in for his first basket of the night, extends the lead to 11.
Wyatt's such a good shooter. He's trying to challenge himself with the bank shot from the corner, I think. That's the second time he's hit the side of the backboard, but he's such a good shooter, I really don't worry about it. He'll be fine.
That's long for Millsball, but Kent gets the rebound and puts it in. And here comes Franklin. Micah Davis pushing it. Grant Hunter for a long 3. That's off the front of the rim, going to be out of bounds. It's going to be Franklin.
Like to see Grant follow that shot. He might have come up with that rebound as quick as he is, but it's another thing. You're on top of the floor. You probably are the one responsible for getting back too. So it's kind of a tough spot, but I would have liked to see him follow that and maybe come up with that offensive board.
Cole Sigler with it. Let's see what kind of defense Franklin has. It looks like they're in a zone that
this is kind of 1-3-1.
This looks more of a 1-3-1-ish though than that last one did, with Eli Zom at the back. Micah Davis is at the top, and they're going to get Grant Hunter with the foul on that one. A little bumping going on there, so don't mind that foul call, I suppose.
It's good to see him playing aggressively like that. I have no problem with a call like that or a foul like that, for that matter. You come up with a steal and ends up in a Micah Davis dunk on the other end, the crowd goes crazy. I got no problem with you trying to reach in and get one there.
So here's Sigler at the top of the key. Looks like Franklin switched back to man-to-man now.
There's that step back.
Kent for 3. That's going to go off the back of the rim. And Grant Hunter with the rebound. Guess who the foul is called on? Austin Byford with his 3rd foul of the game.
Austin Byford is allergic to Grant Hunter.
3rd foul on Grant Hunter.
But how about Grant getting up for that rebound?
Yeah, you could see that one. He was really up there. It was a good play by him. He's showing off the athletic ability.
Oh yeah, he's probably pushing double figures in the rebounds. I haven't kept track, but he's done a nice job rebounding the basketball tonight.
Here's Nicholson with it at the top of the key. Fakes a spin move, hands it off to Micah Davis. They're running a little bit of a weave at the top and give it to Micah. Getting double teamed, hands it to Eli Zom in the corner to Grant Hunter, who's going to drive, pull up, and not get it to fall, but Zom with the rebound cleans it up for the 2nd basket in a row. Eli Zom, and an 11-point Franklin lead. Jennings County right back on the attack. Down to Bynum. Hey.
That was awkward, Brian. I won't lie.
that was something. But Bynum is fouled on this one. By who? Grant Hunter.
These two. Look at
Grant
him.
Hunter.
Well, that was not the typical alley-oop type play, but Bynum jumped in the air and tried to shoot that. Almost looked like he was running in the air, and Grant fell backwards, and that was the call, I suppose. So.
It was a foul. It just looked really weird.
It was so weird looking.
It looked very awkward.
Yeah.
So Austin Byford misses the 2nd free throw, and Grant Hunter gets the rebound.
He's going to have a double-double.
Micah Davis at the top of the key. It's double teamed, and it's going to be knocked away by Byford. Kicks it up to Kent, who goes up, misses the layup. And he battles with Byford for the rebound, blocked by Micah Davis. And Coach Kent is not happy with the no call on that one.
No, he's not happy at all, and neither is the Jennings County crowd.
3-point basket for Grant Hunter.
He's having a night.
He is not.
Now,
Coach Kent is not happy with this one.
Coach Kent's he was a fiery player. He played at UIndy. He was a state All-Star in 1998. Really, really good basketball player. UIndy's all-time steal leader. He likes basketball. He likes to play hard, and he likes to coach hard. So I hate to see him get that upset at the officiating, but coaches do what coaches have to do to get the refs' attention and try to get calls going their way.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see the replay. I could understand. I could see if I saw the replay. I could say that was both of them. Just based off of looking at it. If you said, "Hey, that was a clean block," I could say, "Yeah, I'd see that." If you say he fouled him, yeah, it was one of those plays. It was a quick bang bang play, and Micah did reach over the top. But if he got the ball and he's reaching over the top, it's not a foul. That's what people a lot of times for rebounds too. They often get it mixed up where you can reach over someone's back and get the rebound. Mm-hmm. You just can't touch them.
Yeah, you can't climb over their back to get it. But if you jump over them and you reach out and grab the basketball, it's not over the back. Yeah. A lot of people think too, over the back if somebody jumps up behind somebody, that's not the case. You have to turn around and block that person out if you want to get that over the back call.
So Jennings County has the ball. 13-point lead for Franklin. Sigler dribbles it off his foot. Micah Davis. That's going to be, ooh.
Yeah. That's tough one there, but.
Foul's going to be called on Micah Davis. It looked like that was Carter Kent draws that foul. Nice play by him. It looked like he was starting to lean a little bit before Micah even made contact. So, but, you do what you got to do on that. So and they're going to get Micah Davis reaching around trying to slap it away. And he's got 3 fouls, 2 quick ones. Did you ever take a charge?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, that seems like.
Those happen on the defensive end, right? Yeah, I didn't go down there. That was for other guys.
Brady you were 3-point to 3-point line, right?
Pretty much.
So
I'm not always proud of that, but yeah.
If I take a charge, I might fall and I might hurt my hand and I can't shoot.
Yeah. That didn't compute. That didn't make no sense to me.
Defense was a time to rest for offense for you, honestly. Sigler for a 3, he misses, and Carter Kent with the ball in the corner and blocked by Eli Zom, and we're going to have a foul called on Austin Byford. And the foul was committed on Grant Hunter.
He is desperate to foul out tonight.
Well, he's committed 4 fouls, and they've all been against Grant Hunter. So just give Grant the ball, have him find Byford, and he'll foul out. 52-39, 4.5 minutes remaining here in this ball game. Senior night at Franklin Community High School. Both teams looking to finish their season strong, but Franklin is ahead right now. Bad pass by Micah Davis. Sigler up ahead, one-handed to Kent.
Good finisher.
Carter Kent puts it down. That's his first basket in quite a while. Gives him 9 points for the night, well under his average of 25 points a game. Micah Davis kicks it down to Ryder Street for 2. Micah Davis with the assist on that one, and Franklin pushes the lead back up to 13. Still pressing it, though, because they want to make sure that this game is out of reach. As you said earlier, Jennings County is not going to stop fighting.
Yeah, they do not go away, and as well as they can shoot it, they can stay in any game. So, the 13-point lead right now, I don't feel all that great about it, to be honest with you. We get down to about minute and a half to go, and you got a 13-point lead, I'd feel a lot better. But there's still a half of this quarter left, and these guys can score in bunches.
So Ryder Street with the foul, and that's going to put Dorian Hacker at the line, shooting 2. He misses the first.
Hacker's a transfer in. They list him at 6'6". I think that's probably a program height, but he's probably a good 6'5"-ish. But he transferred from Decatur, South Decatur last year, so didn't know the transfer portal applied to high school, but maybe it does. So he was a good scorer there. He got 13 a game, eight rebounds a game last year as a junior for South Decatur, but trying his luck there at Jennings County to see how that goes, I suppose.
He hits his second free throw, and it's going to be a full timeout for Jennings County. 54-42, Franklin Community leads Jennings County with 3 minutes and 50 seconds remaining here. Last game for both teams on the season, like we talked about. Franklin will be playing the winner of Shelbyville and Whiteland 1 week from tonight in East Central. And Jennings County will be playing the winner of Jeffersonville and Seymour 1 week from tonight in Seymour. So both of these teams looking ahead as well for their sectional matchup, but that will not be until Friday.
Yeah, both teams going to get some time off here. They were lucky enough not to have to play that Tuesday game, so they'll have basically a week to kind of heal and regroup and get ready for whichever opponent they're going to face.
Franklin has the ball. Micah Davis with it. It looks like Jennings County is going to be applying a little bit of pressure. It looks just like kind of like a man-to-man pressure. And Franklin throws it into Nicholson inbounds, and they get Micah Davis streaming up court. Looked like he wanted to dunk it, but he threw it in the corner to Grant Hunter, who is just having a phenomenal game. He's got 17 points, hits that three, pushes the lead to 15, and Jennings County is now.
Nice, Grant. He's having a night, Brian.
He is having a great game. Ill-advised pass there by Zom, stolen by Barnes, and Jennings County down 15. A long three off the hands of Barnes. Long three there by Kent, who just can't get it going tonight.
He's had a rough night.
He had it there for a few minutes in the second quarter when Jennings County took the lead. They went on a quick spurt, took the lead, 10-0 run to take the lead at the start of the second quarter, and Carter Kent was a big part of that. He just can't get anything going tonight.
Yeah, he's struggling to shoot it tonight. The bad thing is he's just a junior, so we'll get to see him next year on his home court. Could be a little more dangerous.
Micah Davis misses the right-hand layup, and Jennings County coming back down. Sigler for three. He airballs that. Colt Nelson the rebound, and Nelson's going to bring it up court, guarded by Bynum. Looking to give that ball up. Throws it, and that's going to be over the back.
Okay,
that's why
it was wise there for Wyatt to go ahead and grab that, even though it's a violation, because Kent was there. If he didn't get a hold of it, Kent could have scooped it up and probably scored a quick one.
I'd be interested to know what Jennings County is shooting from three. They've made 6, but I cannot imagine that they have I bet they've shot, probably, 20, 25 threes at least?
That would be a good guess. All the games I watched of them, my estimation is probably 85% to 90% of their shots come from beyond that three-point line. They just really will live and die by it.
Nice pass down low to Barnes, who lays it up for 2. And that's his first basket of the night. The assist goes to Kent. And 57-44, Franklin leads. Micah Davis breaks the press, but does give the ball away a little bit. So here comes Sigler. And Franklin a little slow getting back. Kent for 3. That's off the back of the rim. Hunter goes up for the rebound. They called that.
You wanted that to be over the back, didn't you?
Oh, I did. That was a jump ball.
This poor Byford kid's going to see Grant Hunter in his dreams.
Austin Byford going up for it. They call a jump ball on that. Probably right. Yeah. That was a good call.
A good effort on Grant's part.
Jennings County brings
it
in. Micah Davis. Oh. Micah Davis, I don't know if you can see that in the corner. Micah Davis got the ball, threw it off of Barnes, went back to Micah. He grabbed it, threw it back to Barnes, but Micah was standing out of bounds when he threw the ball in. Colt Nelson comes back in. Just over 2 minutes remaining here. 57-44, Jennings County is trailing Franklin Community, and Jennings County has the ball, but they are about
good trap
out of
right
time
there.
Here.
Wow, he got out of it. That's a scorer right there. This Carter Kent is something special. It was a good idea for Wyatt and Micah to trap him right there in the corner, but he still slipped around him and got that layup and the foul.
And that is Micah's 4th.
Number 4, Micah Davis, his 4th, team's 5th.
So Carter Kent at the line, shooting the 1, and he got it.
You know, I know I mentioned it early. I just would like to see Mike as far away from Carter Kent as he could be on the defensive end, because I hate to see him get into a foul situation. Good finish there, Colt.
Cole Nelson took it. You could tell he wanted to dunk that.
He sure did.
He wanted to throw that down. Call the foul on Sigler, who does not seem to agree with that foul call.
That's his 3rd.
That is Sigler's 3rd. Nelson will be going to the line to shoot 1.
I'd like to see Franklin eat a little clock here. It's good, you know, that Colt got the finish and then he got the foul, so he's going to shoot a free throw here, hopefully hit it. But I'd like to see them back it out and use a little more time, just being up 12 here. Oh, boy. That's very un-Colt-like.
Turned around and ran back up court real quick on that one. He's a 71% free throw shooter, so he doesn't normally airball free throws.
Yeah,
he doesn't really miss them very much, let alone airball.
Right. That's just not like him. So
Barnes with it in the corner to Sigler. Sigler up top to Kent. Kent with the pump fake, step back, but kicks it over to Sigler, who kind of threw it from his side there. And Nelson with the rebound, and the foul's going to be called on Hacker on that one. And
he won't be going to the line on that.
That is going to just about, I think, put this one away.
His 3rd, that's the 4th team foul.
As Franklin has a 12-point lead with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining.
Number 4, Micah Davis.
Probably putting Micah back in on offense. He's got those 4 fouls.
Yeah, and it just, you know, we get another bucket here and eat up a little more time. I'll be breathing a little easier.
Micah Davis bringing it up. A little pressure applied by Jennings County. Here's Zom in the corner to Colt.
Colt with the right decision.
To Zom again, and here's Nicholson. Looks like Franklin is content to eat up as much clock as they possibly can.
All right.
There's Colt Nelson. Nice pass from Eli Zom. Zom's had a nice game. Got some rebounds, got some assists, and there's a three-point basket for Carter Kent. That's just his 2nd three-pointer of the night. Micah Davis looks like wanted a foul called up at the top of that one as he got kind of laid out on a screen.
He's limping off a little bit. I don't know if I couldn't tell if he came down on Kent's foot or just what. I think from the frustration I see out of Mike, I almost feel like maybe he wanted a foul called on Kent for kind of kicking his leg out, which has become a thing over the last few years. But in that situation, I didn't think anything that Kent did was egregious enough to warrant an offensive foul. But the other concern is we can't have Micah getting hurt, you know, in a game like this when you're up 11 with a minute, 13 seconds to go. So
yeah, you gotta make sure you get in there as healthy as possible. you got 11-point lead here with 1:13 left, and you've got. I mean, this team. In reality, this team has potential for just a strong postseason run. You've got everything you need. You've got the way Grant Hunter played tonight, where he's got 17 points, doing everything on the court. You've got Colt Nelson in there. You've got Nicholson who can fill it up, and most importantly, I mean, you have one of the probably 5 or 6 best players in the state.
Couldn't agree more.
On your team, and a guy who can do whatever you need to do to get a win. If you need him, I mean, you can count on him to score 30 points.
These guys do not go away, Brian. They are good shooters, and they will not give up.
Carter Kent with the 3, 8-point game, 61-53, and Franklin throws it away. Coach Moss looks like has gone down to Micah and asked him, but I think Micah's still a little bit shaken up. So let's see what we've got. If Jennings County still in it, like you said, they don't quit. Carter Kent looking for a space, and he's going to take that 3. It's going to be short, but the rebound is to Byford. Kent with it again. He's going to drive. Nice little Euro step. Distracted a little bit by Colt Nelson, who gets the rebound, and the foul on that play is on Hacker. And that is going to be his 4th.
And Colt will get to redeem himself here with these free throws. I don't suspect we'll see an air ball.
Dorian Hacker with his 4th.
And these become big. It's late in the game and all. We understand that, but Kent can get loose and hit threes. Sigler can get loose and hit threes. It's not a big enough lead.
Nelson long on the free throw there, so he's going to try his second, trying to push the lead up to 9. 39 seconds remaining. 8-point game. You'd like to think you're safe, but like you said, with a team that can shoot this well, it's not necessarily a sure thing. But he hits the second 9-point game. And Nelson with the defensive play. Hunter with the steal. Here comes Eli Zom. You probably want him to pull it out a little bit there.
Yep.
He gets the foul. Ryder Street gets the foul. That foul's going to be on Hacker. And
Jennings County personal foul number 11.
That is going to be his 5th. So that is 5. He is out.
Shooting 2 for Franklin will be.
And that's going to be Ryder Street with the line shooting 2. But yeah, you'd just like to see him
number 14
take that out.
Yeah, Eli and Eli's trying to do the right thing. He did make a nice pass there, and Ryder got fouled, so he'll shoot free throws. And he's a good free throw shooter, so I expect him to make one, if not both of these.
And the free throw is good for Street.
So that should work out. But, yeah, you like to see Eli just maybe dribble back out and try to eat up a little more time.
And the second one is also good. So it's 11-point Franklin lead, 24 seconds remaining. Sigler with the long 3. And Nelson with the rebound. Zom has it, and they're going to foul him. And that should just about do it. Do you remember your senior night?
No. I can't say that I do. I have a picture of me walking out on the court with my parents, so that's about the only memory I have of it.
What year was that?
That would have been 1992 for us old 50-year-old people.
All right, 92. You don't remember if you won or you lost?
I could not tell you. Isn't that bad?
What did you guys do that year? How'd you
do? We lost the first game of sectionals to Whiteland.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That was a bad deal, and
you remember that?
Oh yeah, that was at Vandiver Gymnasium. I had It's good to see the seniors.
And there are the seniors walking off.
Good deal.
A nice ovation. Some of the underclassmen are coming in. Zom short on that second free throw. And it looks like they're going to dribble the ball out. Here's Davis with it long. Matt Eli Zom the rebound. And he's going to dribble it up. And that is going to be the game with the final here at Franklin Community High School. Franklin 65, Jennings County 63. Senior night here at Franklin. Brady, what do you think?
Well, I think it's a good win. Come off of that Plainfield loss, takes a little bit of the sting out of that, gives you a little momentum going into the sectional. So we'll see whether it's going to be Shelbyville or Whiteland. Either one will be a tough game, obviously, but Whiteland seems to always bring it against Franklin. So we will see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup to whoever they play. And just kind of see 1 week from tonight when they've got sectionals. So sectionals start on Tuesday for all over the state, but Franklin and Jennings County will play on Friday night at their respective sites. So kind of going over scoring a little bit tonight and just kind of see who did what. So for Jennings County, we had Millspaw with 3, Kent with 20, so he ended up with 20.
Yep.
Hacker with 9, Sigler with 11.
They did a good job on Sigler in the second half there.
Yeah. I think he got probably all 11 of those in the first half.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. And then Byford with 4 to round out their scoring. For Franklin, Street had 6, Nicholson had 12, Grant Hunter 17 points, but that doesn't even tell the story of the game that he had tonight. Just a remarkable game all over the place.
Yes, tons of rebounds, some nice passes, a bunch of steals too. The kid, he was just all over the place tonight. He would be my player of the game if we did such things.
We'll have to look into that.
That's a good idea.
Zom had 4, Nelson had 7, and Micah Davis led the way for Franklin with 19 points. So that does it here tonight from Franklin Community High School. With the final, your Franklin Grizzly Cubs win 64-53. For my partner, Brady Laurie, I am Brian Powers. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us tonight. Good luck to both teams as they go about in the sectionals, and this is such a great time of the year.
I love it.
Sectional basketball, NCAA tournament. Doesn't get much better than that.
It doesn't.
So, all right, everybody, have a great night. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.